Welcome to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or we'll buy it. If you have any questions, you can give us a call at 799-9596 or check us out online at teamlally.com.
Well, hey, everybody, this is Attilio, and this is the art part of the show where I share with you what I've been thinking about for the last 7 days since the last show to share with you all. And I was reading a book at the beach. What was the title of the book?
It is What I Know for Sure.
And who was the author?
Oprah.
Yeah, Oprah Winfrey wrote a book. It's called What I Know for Sure. And she came up with the book because way in the beginning of her career, she was being interviewed with something about movies or something, maybe Siskel and Ebert or whatever. And at the end of the interview, she was asked that question, what do you know for sure? And she was kind of stumped. Didn't know what to think about in that moment. So circling back to that, she said, well, if I had to do a redo, there are things that I know for sure. When sitting down with a realtor, it's very important when we sit down with our clients that we are projecting, speaking from, talking about things that we know for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Now, no one's got a crystal ball and is going to tell you when your home is going to get sold or for how much, but I do. And what I know for sure is that your home will sell to the penny for what
the market will bear at that point in time.
Ready, willing, and able buyer is willing to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
And people say, well, are we in a buyer or seller's market? And well, first of all, let's start with what's the difference? What's a buyer's market, Adrienne?
Well, it's where the buyers have the upper hand and they can negotiate with the sellers. Usually you're seeing listings that are sitting on the market.
Why do they have the upper hand?
Well, there's a lot of inventory. They have a lot to choose from.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then what's a seller's market?
Well, when the inventory is low and, sellers they have their pick. They can pick with who they want to work with and get the terms and the price that they want.
So we're kind of in a balanced market, but then it also determines on what neighborhoods you're in.
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you, if you are in some of these neighborhoods where the homes were built in the 60s or 70s, maybe IAEA Central area, basic 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, those are highly desirable areas.
We actually have a success story to share that was in more of a seller's market.
Yeah, go ahead, share it.
So on Alahoku Place, and this is in Moanalua Valley. So we had like 100+ people that had come through that first open house, and we just
and for those of you who don't know where Moanalua Valley is, below Kaiser, when you're coming home from the freeway and get the split off to go H Street Kaneohe, and then you got to go the other way, sit on that traffic to the west side.
Yep.
That valley right there below Kaiser. By the way, Moanalua Golf Course is the oldest golf course in the state of Hawaii. I think 1890 something. But go ahead, continue.
So, yes, I mean, this home has been in the family since it was built.
Yeah.
The dad had built it and had added on, and mom had passed away, and so the family, they had to sell it because nobody in the family was able to really hold on to it.
Well, and I'll pause right there because I'm going to tell them, how did this client come to us? Their daughter, not a realtor, but worked with a realtor for a long time, helping her, an assistant helping him with marketing. And she went, the agent went and did some research.
Yes.
And told her, these are the people to call. Mm-hmm. And I will tell you, 9 times out of 10, when we say, if you're a good business person, you need to know where your business is coming from. Always ask your clients, how'd you hear about us? And 9 times out of 10, it's what?
Just from the internet, Googling.
It's a search, and what do they see?
They see the reviews.
They see the reviews. Continue.
Yeah. So, anyways, it was not like a right away kind of thing. We didn't just put it on the market and put that sign up. There was some things that needed to be taken care of up front. And it
took a couple months.
It did. And actually, the attorney that they were working with was unable to get things done. And then because of our relationships within the industry, we were able to get some title things.
Hawaii title specifically to begin with, and Tranbo.
Yes.
Kahala office.
They got
first Hawaii title.
Yes, they figured some things out that they were really kind of just banging their heads against the wall with things having to do with the title and the trust and just all sorts of things that were showing up that we needed to address before we even came on the market.
Because the property was vacant, it was cleared out, it was clean, and then the yard was all nice and good shape.
Yeah, it was ready to go.
Now you think that's all you need to do, but I will tell you what an inexperienced agent is going to do, slap that. In fact, they did have one.
They did.
Slap the sign up and off to the races, and then you haven't figured out even if you can convey title properly.
Yeah, so there was a few title issues that we had to clear up, and it did take some time and some maneuvering. Like I was saying, the attorney that they had hired was unable to do it, but then Tranvo at First Way Title was super helpful. They were very grateful for her.
They were, but it was just a lot of back and forth. It was the older couple. They couldn't understand the communication, and it was a back and forth. And nothing against attorneys, but with attorneys, all communication and everything, it costs you money. You ask a question, get an answer, you're billed. So with us, we were able to connect in with Tranvo with the Kahala office, First Hawaii Title, and she was able to, with their expertise, unravel that and piece it together for her. And it again, took a couple months.
And then it all paid off because it was a very busy open house, over 100 people that came through. We had multiple offers, cash offers, over asking price offers. And then we did end up closing above asking price.
Here, well, one more thing I want to insert there. We didn't just throw a sign up and then had a whole pile of people there.
No.
A lot of people, I will tell you right now, open houses don't sell homes. Now, wait a minute, Attilio and Adrienne. You just told us you got multiple offers and like 700 people show up at open house. How do open houses don't sell open houses? Well, I'll tell you why. Because a typical open house is being done over and over and over. You see the sign. And it's just putting up signs and praying that someone will walk in the door. With us, we door knock. We send out a letter to the community. We call the community. We let the agents know.
We talk about it on the radio.
We talk about it on the radio show and promote it. So
on the internet, social media, we do target
all
marketing.
The platforms.
So like we kind of hit from all different angles, but we're pushing everybody to go to that first event.
I would say
the first event is that grand open house.
For open houses, we're more like an event planner. We're more like an event planner, planning an event to get as many butts through the door as possible, because the open house is broken into three people. You have the
professional open house lookers.
Professional open house looker. You got the nosy neighbor. And then you have the serious buyers.
But they don't know who each other are. All they see a lot of people.
There was one family, I must have had 11 people in their group that was in this outside back patio area. And they were there for like an hour. Because we had the open house for 3 hours. And I would say it was a constant flow of people, neighbors that had heard about it through the letters. Because putting up open houses and just advertising in MLS is not enough. If that is what you're paying for, you're overpaying for it. What you want is
a strategy, a very intentional marketing strategy.
Yeah, and that's just one of the things we do for open houses, let alone all the other things that we do to market the property.
Well, one more. I'll leave you with this before we bring on an expert we trust. So this is what Jody and Will had to say, that you made it way easier for us. It's amazing what the two of you could do for us.
Yeah.
So mahalo to Jody and her family for trusting Team Lally with such an important milestone for their family.
By the way, if you want to see the full interview, all you got to do is go to our website or our YouTube channel. And from Will and Jody, we got the whole interview.
Yeah.
Of how our experience was. So we really treat our relationships with our client with the utmost priority. And, are really striving hard to provide a high level of service, but don't take our word for it. Go to Google, take a look at any of our 800 plus 5-star reviews, take a look at our YouTube channel, and you'll see what our clients think about our service. All right, let's talk about open houses for the weekend, Adrienne, coming up. What do we got?
Yep. So we've got 2 open houses that are going to be taking place on Saturday from 2 to 5. The first one is, it's over in Hawakale. It's in that little gated community. 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, 2,000 square feet is the lowest priced one in this,
gated community in this
neighborhood. Yeah, 1.315. Again, it is 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bath. It's located on the corner lot of the Hawakale Golf Course. And you have a fairway and mountain views, open concept layout, modern kitchen, workspace loft, and 26 owned solar panels.
Speaking of owned solar panels, we have Gabe from Hero Moving. He is our guest today on the show. He's one of our experts.
He's an expert we trust.
Hi, Gabe.
Can you guys hear me?
Hey, welcome to our radio show. Even though you're looking at us on the video, it is a radio show. So we're going to describe things to our listeners out there that'll be hearing this radio show. Tell us about Hero Moving.
And your moving tip of the week.
Yeah, and your moving tip of the week. What moving tip of the week do you have for our listeners?
Okay, thank you for having me here. And the moving tip of the week that was brought to me actually from Team Lally, one of your realtors, is on top of everything you want to be on top of before your move. Be very, very careful when dealing with brokers, especially when doing interstate moves. I'm never one to talk bad about competition, but typically brokers, they don't carry the weight of the responsibility of the actual move. They're just an office with salespeople. They're going to hand it on to the next guy. So long distance moves with timelines, all these very important and stressful kind of issues are better handled by a company that has their own sales department, their trucks, their crew, their own dispatch. And one of your realtors was sharing the experience she had with a broker. And that is, I can't put myself in her shoes enough. It's a very high stress situation.
It's terrible.
It's
a terrible, terrible situation. I was shocked. I was completely shocked when I heard what had happened. And I'm like, we need to put the word out, and people need to know how to know the difference between a broker versus like our on-island people.
An actual moving company. It's super easy. If whoever you're talking to, that's the company that's on the side of the trucks that shows up at your house. You know, you're not dealing with a broker.
And something for people to know.
Let's tell our listeners what actually happened.
Yeah.
And then Gabe was able to help her like figure it out.
Yeah.
So they were able to contact the local crew that is just a crew of guys on island. We were able to pull them up because she had their phone number, but then the actual office, she still wasn't able to get a hold of them. So one thing that's a really easy one that can be done in 30 seconds, if you type Safer Web on your Google or whatever in your browser, it will pop up the DOT website, and you can always put in either the DOT Department of Transportation number or the company name, and it'll pop up there what their insurance is, if they're a moving company, or it'll show broker or carrier, which is the term for moving company, and it'll also say what they're classified to do. So if you look on the bottom where it says HHG, which is household goods, and then there's one that just says just freight. So if a company just says freight and not household goods, it means they don't have a license to do household goods. And, you start to get a better picture of what they're doing.
What was that website you said again?
Safer Web.
Safer Web.
If you type Safer,
and then WEB?
Correct. If you type Safer Web on the internet, it'll pop up. First thing is the Department of Transportation website.
Oh, nice. So
I think they should just call Hero Moving.
Yeah.
And not even worry about it. But if you are stuck, like if you're stuck right now, like our agent was, that is an excellent tip. Her stuff is missing for over 6 months.
Yeah.
True.
It's ridiculous. So these are the things we got to look out for.
Well, I think we're gonna hire a dog, the
bounty hunter.
Bounty hunter. Yeah, he's probably gonna go down there, kick the door in. Hey, where's the stuff for Alicia?
And then
that would probably be some good reality show. We find your lost stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So the other thing is,
but any last things you wanted to share? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, a lot of these issues are not solvable with police. When the police come in, even if a company is scamming a customer, it is a legal issue. It's a contract issue. Once you sign the paper, it's not a police issue anymore. So there's very little that law enforcement can actually do for you if you get into business with a non-reputable company or a broker or anything like that. So it's extremely important. And I can say there's less than half a dozen companies on island that do long distance moving. When you go search and you type your name and your information online, and this speaking directly to long distance and local moving customers, you're probably getting hit depending on what service you use to find a company online. Yeah. You're getting hit with like 10, 12 companies. Most of them have no representation in Hawaii and are just farming out labor over here to people who have little or no responsibility for your actual household goods.
Or insurance, right? I know Hero Moving has insurance. You guys are top notch, and that's why we recommend you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gabe, for that excellent tip of the week, and look forward to having more tips from you.
By the way, here's the number you need to call, 650-3458, 650-3458. That's an 808 number, so you know they're here. 650-3458. Thank you, Gabrielle.
Thank you. Aloha.
Thanks, Gabe.
All right, so back to our open houses. We've got one more open house on Saturday. This one is at the Pearl 1 building there over.
I'll give you the address. It's 98500 Koa'uka Loop, Unit 7. Lucky number. That's my favorite number on the roulette table. 7, Emerson Mary. This is an IEL. Asking price $355,000. Tell them what else.
1 bedroom, 1 bath, 605 square foot condo. It has Pearl Harbor views, open lanai, secured building entry. The amenities
include a pool.
Yeah.
You know what? They got to stop saying tennis court. Come on. It's a pickleball court.
And rec area.
Yeah.
All right. And then we've got a couple on Sunday as well, 2 to 5. Hopefully
this is going to be March 15th.
Hopefully it stays dry for us.
I think it will. You know, we got up this morning. It was been raining all night. I made sure all the windows were closed. And then it's always with this weather. I just say, just keep things in check and make sure your windows are closed, but just go about your day because you never know. Weather is not as predictable as we think it is. So Sunday, go to 91-1021. This one's in Eva Beach.
Spinnaker Place.
Kai Palaoa Street, Unit 6402. Asking price is $765,000. Give them the rest of the details.
Yep. It is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, just under 1,200 square foot. It has 24 owned PV panels, hardwood, marble finishes, a nice little courtyard between the garage and the home, and custom storage upgrades. The last one is Keone Kapu Place in Eva Beach. This one is kind of cool. It's a single family that has no maintenance fees, and it has an assumable loan. 3 bedrooms, 2.5
No maintenance fees.
No maintenance fees.
That's pretty good.
Just the association fee. That's it.
One of the things I want to talk about that one more time so that they can put that out on our social media. Here's the important thing about this listing with no maintenance fees. We are seeing single family homes with maintenance fees as high as $800-900.
I think I see them even over $1,000 over in Sea Country.
So I want to read that again so they can send it out on social media. Help me out. This one, again, is going to be an open house, 2 to 5 p.m. 91-215 Keone Kapu Place here in Eva Beach. Asking price is $910,000. 3
bedrooms, 2.5 bath, 1,372 square feet. It has a really nice sized yard as well. There's like a little play set in the back. It does come with the home.
Move in. Ready home with split AC, vaulted ceiling, solar panels, and this one has the Tesla batteries. Those are really nice.
An EV charger and the VA assumable loan.
And this is a VA assumable loan opportunity. One of the things we want to tell you is that it is a Veterans Administration loan, but it's not. You don't have to be in the military to assume the loan. You just have to qualify
and give us a good offer.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 requirements.
Okay.
All right. We are going to take a break, but stay with us. When we come back, we'll be talking with Reina Miyamoto of the Hawaii HomeOwnership Center. We're going to talk about resources available for local buyers and what hopeful home buyers should know as they prepare for home ownership in Hawaii.
So stay with us.
Hey, you know someone that moved to the mainland but left the rental property behind? So Amber wanted to create a new investment opportunities on the mainland, but she had to sell her island rental first. So she reached out to our good friends Adrienne Lally and Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally Real Estate Group of Keller Williams, Honolulu. Handling the business virtually with Amber, Adrienne and Attilio came prepared with multiple 5-star selling strategies, including adjusting Amber's selling price expectations, and the home sold in days. If you're in the market to sell your home and you want a team that will make you the most money with the least amount of drama, you can trust our good friends, Adrienne and Attilio of Team Lally. Give them a call today, 808-799-9596. That's 808-799-9596. They're trusted. You see these signs all over in my community. Visit teamlally.com today. That's teamlally.com today.
The only real estate team I trust right here in Honolulu is Adrienne Lally and Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally Real Estate Group of Keller Williams, Honolulu. Now, thanks for joining me today. What's the number one reason homes don't sell on time?
Sean, sellers are in denial. They are stuck in the previous market and not pricing their homes properly.
How do you solve that problem?
We have a 12-step program. The first step is to have a smart pricing strategy. We follow the 10-10-0 rule. 10 showings, no offers, we have to adjust. 10 days on the market, no showings, another adjustment. For the other 11 steps, give us a call.
Great update. Thank you for keeping us informed. Put the most experience and the best marketing to work for you. Call Team Lally now at 799-9596 or online at teamlally.com. That's teamlally.com. And you can start packing.
In today's fast-changing real estate market, you need access to the right information to make smart choices. I invest in real estate all over the country, and I rely on smart agents who know their local market inside and out. In Honolulu, I work with Adrienne Lally and Attilio Leonardi. Adrienne, Attilio, and their team sell a home every 72 hours and have over 750 five-star reviews. Go to teamlally.com and find out in just seconds what your home is really worth.
Welcome back, and thanks for listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or we'll buy it. I'm Adrienne.
And I'm still Attilio.
And if you have any questions, you can reach us at 799-9596 or check us out online at teamlally.com.
Hey, they say that, not, what do they say? But they say that, but studies have shown that when you laugh more, you have a healthier physiology. Positive hormones are released into your system, and it really has a positive effect on your overall health. So we are going to be helping people be more healthy with a comedy show.
Comedy for a cause.
Comedy for a cause. This is going to be Augie T and Bulaia. I don't know if you remember Bulaia, but he was running for mayor. Didn't make it. I don't know where we would be today. Maybe if Bulaia was for mayor, and maybe things could be different.
He still has time.
Yeah, maybe we'd have no potholes. Maybe the potholes would be bigger. I don't know. We never know. Saturday, April 11th at the Blaisdell Concert Center. That's going to be 8 p.m. Tickets are starting only at $20. I think the opening act is Sissa Gray. Sissa. It's like Sissa, but with no T. Sissa Gray. So this is the Augie T and Bulaia Comedy for a Cause. Now, what's the cause?
It's Brave Hawaii is the cause.
Brave. It's Augie's daughter.
Be respectful and value everyone.
And value everyone.
Is what Brave stands for.
Yeah.
It's an anti-bullying nonprofit.
Program that goes into schools and teaches kids on how to recognize that, how to deal with it. Mm-hmm. Especially nowadays with these kids they're so much more vulnerable than in the past with the teen suicide rates on the rise. And so it's important to support these nonprofits, and that's what Adrienne and I like to do through Team Lally, especially with City Councilman Augie T. Though he's not going to be City Councilman when he's doing the comedy; he's just comedian Augie T.
Yes.
And put that disclaimer there.
So our team's going to be out there, and then they're going to be inviting some of their clients to come and attend.
If you're a client of ours, you're going to be look out for that email or social media post saying, "Hey, we want our clients to come join us and do some and
laugh
and be healthy."
That's right.
Yeah, get rid of the stress.
All right. So on to our guest. As we talked about before the break, we've got Reina Miyamoto with Hawaii HomeOwnership Center. Reina was born and raised in Honolulu and returned home after attending college on the continent. Early in her adult life, she discovered a passion for mission-driven work, and for the past 20 years, she has been part of the team at Hawaii HomeOwnership Center, helping local residents prepare for and sustain home ownership. Please welcome back our guest, Reina Miyamoto.
Hello.
She's a repeat.
Hello. You're like
Yes.
Michael Baldwin on Saturday Night Live. I think he was on there like 10 times. I think you've been on our show like 11 times.
And
I don't know. I'm
each
not
time.
keeping count. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
But, you know, we were talking about a comedy show Augiti and Bulayi are doing at the Blaisdell 8 p.m. April 11th, and talking about how when we laugh together, it's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say that if I'm a brand new buyer, I want to be contacting Reina over at the Hawaii HomeOwnership Center because you help relieve all the stress of something. Correct me, Reina, do they equate buying a home to, I mean, in our industry, we hear it as equating to like getting married, having children, a death in the family, like those stress levels.
And it's a huge milestone
Yeah.
also. I mean, it's a big accomplishment. Like one of the things that really kind of troubles me is seeing that the age of the first time home buyer
It's getting older.
is continuing to get older and older. I think the last I saw was like 40.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is going, we need to do something about this.
Well, those are many things we're going to talk about. Tell us, what is the Hawaii HomeOwnership Center and what do you do there? Let's start there.
So the HomeOwnership Center, or Hawaii HomeOwnership Center, I might also call it HHOC, is a nonprofit organization founded on answering the question about how can we help more local people have a home here in Hawaii. I think a lot of folks are like me. You might not be born and raised like I was here, but you feel like Hawaii is home. You belong here. This is where everything you love and everyone you love is right here and you're not going to go anywhere else. So we want to help people like me who feel like that to have a home in Hawaii as well.
Nice. And we're starting the you don't need to move to Vegas movement here on Oahu. You can go visit. You can make your donations for the weekend, but then come back home.
So Reina, what would you say would be the first step in getting this journey started?
Yeah.
Let's say you're a young person, you have a dream of home ownership. What do they do next?
I have a dream.
I mean, I always think that starting at the Hawaii HomeOwnership Center is a good idea to get, just like for most of us, even if your parents have bought a home, you have friends or family that bought a home, you never did it yourself. So I think you should get educated for yourself in terms of what's the process going to be like. Do I qualify for first time home buyer resources? I wouldn't necessarily trust the media or Google searches on what your truth is for home buying. I meet so many people today that think, oh, maybe it's a 3 to 5 year goal. And then they're like, oh my gosh, I think I can do it this year.
Yes.
So I think step one would be taking a class.
You guys are the mythbusters of home ownership. Talk about, I always like to start with this one because there's people out there right now thinking something and it may not be factual in the home buying process. And we call this myths. What's the biggest myth that you covered one, but what's another one or two myths that people have?
You hear all the time.
Yeah.
I think the first one is like, I can't do it. Honestly, like they just like take the median home price of that they see on the news and they said, I can't buy $1 million home. And so the myth is that no, you don't have to buy the median priced home. Median means that it's the middle of all the homes that were sold. So half of the homes are below that median price. So I think that's often a common myth that people think that they're using the first price that they're getting is what their price needs to be. So I think that's
it's like a shark attack that's reported on the news. I mean, they always go to the median sale price. And I'll tell you, here are the facts. It was a TED Talk or something. I was listening about how the perception of things alter our reality, when the reality of things is not that bad. Take, for example, shark attacks.
Yes.
Statistically, you are more likely to be bit by a New Yorker
than by a shark.
It sounds like I'm doing an open mic right now. It is true. The probability you're more likely to get bit by a New Yorker than actually by a shark if you calculate all the people in the world and who gets bit. So the only reason it's reported is because they're not like, hey, guess what? Nobody got bit by a shark today. Back to you. No, it's somebody got bit and then that becomes top of mind. So I think there's a lot of those, like I got, shark bite myths regarding like home ownership.
These sensationalized kind of, headlines, right? Now, Reina, as far as you talked about a first time home buyer, resources, grants, programs, loans, all these different things.
Yeah.
What is available to a first-time home buyer?
Yeah, that's like a loaded question. I know that you don't have me on for like an hour, but I will say we do actually have a workshop that's about an hour that just does a walkthrough of all of the first-time home buyer workshop resources that we know of in the state of Hawaii. So realtors could attend, consumers can attend, all of that. But an example of some of the things that might be available would be like a second mortgage that doesn't have any interest attached to it or below market interest attached to a second mortgage. So at least it brings down a portion of what that monthly payment, the combined housing payment could be. There are so like sometimes like deferred closing cost loans. So instead of taking the money out of your pocket to pay for closing costs, you actually can keep that in your pocket for a rainy day, emergencies, whatever it is. And so you still might have to pay it back, but you don't have to pay it today. So there's some resources to help you at least get into the door of home ownership. So there's just a couple of things that came to mind.
Yeah, I saw there was a testimonial on the website from John K. Aloha. This was so helpful. That was the recording. This was so helpful.
So, Reina, we talk about first-time home buyers. What is the true definition of the first-time home buyer?
Yeah,
that's a good question because you can actually be a first-time home buyer more than once. So you can actually have a first-time experience more than once, depending on your situation. So I would say the typical first-time home buyer definition would be like, if you've never bought a home, then you are a first-time home buyer. But for the most part, in terms of the first-time buyer programs you talk about, the definition is often you have not owned a residential property in the last 3 years. Sometimes there's also exceptions to that 3 years. It depends on the program, so it's not a blanket exception. But it could be like if I owned in the last 3 years, but I no longer own because, say, a divorce, something, passing of a co-borrower. So sometimes there's some kind of situation that might warrant the 3-year thing. Go ahead.
I was going to say, like, what if somebody filed bankruptcy? Is it just like they're donezo? They can't, I just wanted to use that word. They can never buy a home again?
No, absolutely not. I mean, it might take, they may have to get back in terms of like rebuilding their credit, all of that. Some loan programs may say that you need to distance yourself from the bankruptcy for a certain amount of years too. But I would say no. I mean, we see that all the time where people have a bankruptcy or some kind of credit incident that would be challenging, but you can always start again. We always say that you can reestablish credit. Get back on the
Is this something that you guys help to walk people through as far as taking these steps to help them to repair their credit and build back so that they are ready when that time or the distance happens?
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, I would come down. I would do a workshop. I would get one of those trucker hats. I would put like credit coach and I'd be like, all right, what you're going to do is for the next 20 months, you're going to be on time with all your payments. Drop and give me 20. Go. But,
payments?
It's the on-time payments for the next 20 months. Go. But it's simple things too. And you guys help them with that program. I think the biggest thing that the biggest myth that you bust is that whatever their mindset is that they think it's like, like your old grandpa, when you go visit him and you told him he was going to clean the yard and he's like, you get that attitude like, I'm not going to even try. But I think we love having you on the show because we know a lot of people listen and they want their kids, their grandkids to get into home ownership, and they don't want to listen to their parents, but they'll listen to Reina because we call it the stranger effect. How did you guys' organization come into being, and like how do you guys get your funding?
How it came into being was actually a bunch of bank people got together, like they're competitors in real life, but actually they got together to ask themselves, like, why is the national average for home ownership so far be ahead of what we experienced in Hawaii year after year? Like, what's happening out there that's not happening here in Hawaii? Because we want more local folks to be able to have an opportunity to have a home here in Hawaii. So that's the start of having community conversations, seeing what kind of resources were out there, what is being offered on the content that might be acceptable here in Hawaii. And so after the needs and wants conversation happened, and it looks like the need and what could be met by something that the community wanted in terms of classes and coaching. The HomeOwnership Center was open in October of 2003. How are we funded? We are part of NeighborWorks America, which is a congressionally chartered nonprofit organization. They actually helped to start our program as well. When I said what's happening in the continent, they have, national organizations that were top tier already. So we learned from friends that were already doing this kind of work, and we continue to be part of that network. So I would say our largest single funder is federal funds through NeighborWorks America. We also do fundraising events. We have individuals that give generously of their time. We have corporations that support us as well too. So it's kind of a mixed bag of how we put everything together so we can operate.
You do your golf tournaments every year.
You guys still doing the golf tournament?
We do.
When's it coming up?
It's coming up on August 20th at Ho'akale.
August 20th.
So we got a little while.
All you crazy golfers out there, come on, go do some golfing, bid on some stuff, donate, and help support this great organization. What are the, like, you guys have done the studies, what are the benefits in the community when you have homeowners in the community?
Well, there's just stability. I mean, I can just attest, like, I'll tell a story. My mom still lives in the community, in the house that I grew up in almost all of my life. I actually know more of her neighbors than I do of my own in some ways, but I think that a testament to that is, I feel great about my mom being part of the community, neighbors, helping neighbors. The alarm goes off on the neighbor's community, the neighbor's house. I see more than a few people coming out, checking it out. They know the names of the kids, the dogs, everybody. That there's community safety in that, in terms of neighbors helping neighbors. The ambulance comes down, everybody comes out to check on uncle out there to make sure that they're okay after the fact. So I would say that's the number one thing. A lot of people talk about wealth building, home appreciation, especially in Hawaii, is, although it goes up and down, it generally trends up. So it's a good investment that way. But, really at its core, it's a safe and stable home for a family that really can make a difference.
Yeah. As a realtor, we got to look at the data, and I think I went to the max range, which was 2003. The median price was $400,000.
The same year that the Hawaii HomeOwnership Center opened.
Yes.
It was 2003, and then here we are.
Just imagine, you took a class back then and bought a house.
And then here you are.
You have like $600,000 in equity.
Yeah,
or Why more. Am I talking like this?
I don't know.
It sounds funny. Anyway, gets people's attention. Because, the stuff we talk about is kind of boring, but we want to make it fun and exciting. And I think, tell the stories of, like, tell the heart, we got to tug at the hearts. Because you told the story, and I'll let you finish it, but just where the family is like, get to not be moving, like talk about those experiences that you've heard from people of what it's like for them and their kids to not have to move again.
Actually, we have quite a few people that are coming to us saying that, the rent went up, or they're going to sell the home. I have to move yet another time, have to check out can I still keep my kids in this school district? I mean,
you just said, can I still keep my kids?
Nobody's ever said that. Keeping the kids.
We're going to have to get rid of the kids. We're moving.
No.
Actually, the furry family actually.
Mom and dad's gone. No, but yeah, tell us more.
Yeah, I would say that actually the heartbreaking is they can't give away their human children, but a lot of times they can't take their pets with them, which can actually be quite heartbreaking and maybe equally as traumatic. For one recent family, I think a family of 6. So they're just saying that, yet another time they had to think like, gosh, are we going to move another time, or are we going to actually see if home ownership is possible? And it really worked out. The abbreviated version would be like, they won't have to move again. And I was talking to them about, their financing and, the type of loans that they're going to have. And like, should you move out of the home or sell the home? And she's like, no. We are never moving again. This is our home for the rest of our lives. And my kids, as they grow up, they're super excited. They didn't close yet, but they picked out the paint for their, all the rooms for the kids. They're super excited. They had a business that they had too. So they actually could save some money too, because they're moving all of the storage that they were paying a third party for, and they're putting it on their property that they lived in. And they were so excited and inspired, in terms of so excited about their own story. We actually got a call right after they closed by this lady that said, you know what? I know you guys just helped this family get into home ownership. The kids are super excited. It's super cute. I'm watching them paint their rooms. And after hearing how you helped them go through this journey and realize that home ownership was possible, I decided I had to call you guys too. So,
yes.
Yeah.
It's good that you share those stories because, you know, if I was going to make a PSA for you guys, it would be like, here we are with the Cabral family. I'm just picking that name. And, you know, they got tired of the pukas. Oh, what do you mean pukas? Oh, every time we pound pukas in the wall to hang stuff up, the landlord get all upset. Now we can pound all the pukas we want because we own the house. Anyway, because it's those things. People get like, I don't like do this, I don't like do that, or they put up with things, you know. And when you have your own home, you can do what you want and make those improvements and take care of that
use
property.
the colors that you want for the painting. You don't have to worry about painting it back. It's just
it's nice. And nice. I think
you can make it's
gotta create some stability for the kids.
Yeah.
For the kids. And when they have a stable home and environment, they're going to do better in school and they're going to be productive, you know, people in the community. And I mean, I look at it as homeownership has to play a big role in creating good human beings. Not that renting is terrible. We do what we got to do. And families, there's great families that are renting right now, great parents, great.
But I would say, you know, go check out. You don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, and I would say stop renting because you haven't gotten educated.
Go get educated from Reina. It's not very expensive. Tell us, like, how does this work? You offer so many resources. Like, it sounds like it would cost so much money to, you know, be a part of this program.
Is this thousands of dollars?
It is. Well, it does take thousands of dollars to operate the organization. However, if you are a home buyer, it's $75 per buying unit for a lifetime membership of services. It includes classes to prepare for home ownership, individual coaching to get ready and find out those resources that we just talked about. And even after you become a homeowner, you can still take advantage of workshops that are geared towards homeowners, and even like questions that come up like, you know, can I keep this home and buy another one now that my family is getting bigger? What does that look like for me? Can we talk through, you know, my budget has changed. Can we still walk through what that's going to look like? What's a home equity line of credit? Do I need one? Is that the best option for me? So this can go on and on. So it's a $75 one-time fee. They could actually name you as realtors, since you could actually be the referral source through your radio show. That the Honolulu Board of Realtors has what they call the HOPE program, HOPE. Home Housing Opportunities is Possible for Everyone is an acronym for that. And under that umbrella, they're actually offering $65 of that $75 fee just by having a realtor refer them. So anybody could list Adrienne or Attilio as a referral source through the radio station. And it's a nominal $10 investment on their part. The only other a la carte thing would be Hawaii HomeOwnership Center. Can you pull a soft credit report for us with FICO scores? The answer would be yes. You pay it just a direct fee of whatever we're being charged. But other than that, you can use their services forever, as much as or little as you want.
Yeah, and it's important because I'm the listeners right now. They're like $75, and I'm like, hello. I'm at the movies.
They just use our name, and it's $10.
And it's $10, so don't even squawk, okay? But I seen families at the movies skip one movie, because when you go to movies and you pay for everybody, and then you get the SpongeBob SquarePants barrel of popcorn, and it's like $350.
Well, you know what? That'll be part of the whole budget program that Reina and the Hawaii HomeOwnership Center will be, you know, coaching them through, so they can be homeowners and have the money and ready for the down payments. I'm going to start a homeownership program. It's called Netflix and Chill. And we're going to buy a home. We're going to use the kettle popcorn when you microwave it, stay just like in the theater. And stay home and do that and go play board games, connect with each other, save money, and go buy a house. So you guys don't have to move again. So Reina, with this though, like, so you guys have classes in person, online. How does this all work? Like, how do you meet? Like, especially if we have neighbor island people listening. What if they want to be a part of the program? Yeah.
Kristen. So our live classes with a live instructor is actually by Zoom. So you can be on any island. You can be at the soccer field. You can be anywhere. You can be in your car. And that way it eliminates the commute time, babysitting, all of that too. So they can Zoom in whenever it's at the scheduled time. If they find that, the scheduled time doesn't work for them, we have a self-paced option too, where we have options where they can log in and on and off of a platform. There are some quizzes. So we do make sure to the extent possible that they actually do gain some of the knowledge offered. And then the one-on-one coaching, it can be in person if we have a office wherever they are. So we have one on Oahu, and we also have an office in Kailua Kona as well too. But I would say the majority of our appointments are by Zoom as well too. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes it a little bit more convenient for everybody, right?
Hey,
to Zoom in.
Come on, local people. Since the pandemic, even grandma can Zoom because she still wanted to see the grandkids. Zoom is very, I'm going to use my $1.50 word for today, ubiquitous. It's everywhere. Everybody knows what it is. You log in, you put them on the phone. You know, grandma, she get the eyeball. She's like, hey, is this Zoom working? I don't know if this Zoom working, but that's okay. They are hearing the information. The grandkids are there. You know what's cool about with the Zoom? Everybody, all the family is learning. All the family is learning. That teenager pretending they're on Instagram, they're listening with one ear, and you're creating a future homeowner and educating them early.
So, Reina, one other thing I wanted to touch on before we wrap it up with you, because I'm not always, but I have given this information out multiple times.
Yeah.
So we do come across people that have fallen behind on their mortgage. They are kind of in this cycle
facing foreclosure
of this, like trying to do a loan modification. They're just in trouble. And obviously, like Attilio and I, we know how to work with these kind of homeowners. And I always get very upset when I hear that, someone has taken advantage where they're taking money from them up front or, so I said, no, you have to go to Hawaii HomeOwnership Center. Like they are, a nonprofit and they will help you. So talk a little bit about that program and those resources.
Yeah. How do you help people? We're as in the trenches doing this business, we're seeing it kind of ramp up a little bit with people facing foreclosure. So what kind of resources do you all have?
So we do have a foreclosure intervention counseling program. It's offered at no charge because obviously if somebody's having an issue with their housing payment, we can't charge them to help them. So they can easily make an appointment. They can go to our website and then look for that foreclosure intervention or resources button on our website. It's towards the bottom when you scroll down. And our website is hihomeownership.org. They can just click a button and then ask for an appointment with someone. If that's too much, just call our phone number that you guys were nice enough to post up there too. So they can just call us up and say, this is the situation. And then we'll link them with one of our staff to talk them through where they are. If they are trying to apply for a loan modification and they're overwhelmed with filling out the paperwork, which can be overwhelming, our staff could help out with that as well too. So depending on the needs, our goal is to hopefully help them to retain the home, but sometimes it might be also just mitigating making it less painful in terms of what they need to do too. So at the end of every counseling session for that bucket, or even when they're home buying, we usually have an action plan of things that they can do.
Yeah. And for us at Team Lally, we've worked with, 60 plus homeowners to help them avoid foreclosure. We do what's called a short sale. Yeah. Not going to go into the detail of it, but in our direct experience with dealing with hundreds of people facing foreclosure right here on Oahu, I will tell you the number one reason why people get foreclosed on is they just stop. They ignore it. They move out. They don't communicate with the banks. And then you leave them with no choice to go in that direction. Whereas if you pick up the phone to the Hawaii HomeOwnership Center, I'm sure you can educate them and help them out. And I think, if you're in that situation, missing 1 or 2 payments, call now.
Start early. Don't wait till you're like 6 months behind. If you're like a month or two, give the Hawaii HomeOwnership Center a call, 808-523-9500.
523-9500.
Yeah,
in case if you're on the west side, it's 523-9500. The one thing I want to say though is that local people, we shame, and we call. We're embarrassed, but I will tell you, I want to pop that balloon of guilt and shame. Pop it right now. You are good people. You're just in a bad situation. You're good people. You're in a bad situation. There's no judgment. You call the HomeOwnership Center or call us. We're here to help you and serve you, educate you, and tell you what all your options are.
Do not pay somebody.
That's a red flag.
Do not pay
if
somebody
they want money up front.
Yeah,
would you guys agree? Do you see people paying people money and then it's 99% a scam?
We haven't seen it recently, but we have seen it in our experience doing this type of work. And it is unnerving because kind of like Adrienne's talking about, sometimes they're scammed more than once also, that they're taken advantage of by more than one person, which is beyond aggravating and making me upset about.
Yeah.
here there's people, when you face foreclosure, there's a lespendance notice. I'm not going to bore you with what that is. But you get on this data list and you become a target. Letters, door knocking, phone calls, everything. And then you just get frustrated because you're thinking it's everybody coming after you. You got to figure out how to filter through those people to the people that authentically and genuinely can help you. 523-9500.
Hawaii HomeOwnership Center.
They're going to help. I saw too, you help people with evictions, rentals, stuff like that too.
So similar to the flip side.
Nice. Yeah. Get them educated. And some of the classes was just like on the home inspection. I like that.
Well, Reina, thank you so much for coming back yet again and educating our listeners and reminding us of all the great programs that are available. And we really are very fortunate to have you.
I have one last question for you. How come you stayed at you tell us why you've been in this position a long time?
20 years.
What's keeping you doing this year after year?
I think that homeownership matters for those who want, to kind of what we start to go back to the start. For people who need and want a home here in Hawaii, they feel like they belong here and they want to stay here and have a home here.
Yeah.
I feel compelled to open that door, at least for them to check that out. Even if they decide that they are going to move to Vegas or wherever it is, that's fine as long as they found out their truth for themselves, the resources that are available to them. And if we can help them along the way, we'd be happy to do that.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Reina, for being on the show. 523.
Thank you, Reina, for all the work that you do.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And we will have you on the show again.
All right. Looking forward to it. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Hey, aloha.
All right, folks. That was Reina Man with the Hawaii HomeOwnership Center, hawaiihomeownershipcenter.org, or give them a call, 523-9500, 523-9500. All right. It's the end of a show.
Okay, so we're gonna wrap it up, but before we do, I want to announce. So we have next career night is going to be in May.
Yes.
First Monday in May. I don't know what date that is, but come on out. And then we've also opened up. If you are applying for our team, go to jointeamlally.com, and we do invite you to come check out one of our meetings.
Hey, if you think the show is fun, how about experiencing us for real in the office for one of our team meetings? We have wheel spins for prizes, cash. We have dancing. We have bubble guns.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Yes,
and educational and entertaining.
All right. Well, thank you for listening, and thank you to our sponsors:
Bradley with Allstate Insurance,
Kenji of Pillar to Post Home Inspections,
John with Kilauea Pest Control,
Duke of Hawaii Pacific Property Management,
Robinson with Fine Line Paintworks,
Amphi of Estate Planning Group,
Jason Wu, Attorney at Law,
Rhino of Hawaii Unified,
Janice with Dreamhouse Drafting,
Fabio of Hawaii Water Damage Restoration,
Kyle with Impact Wealth,
Brian of Cleanscape,
Benji with Hawaii Referral Agent,
Danny of DHA Financial,
Joseph with Keymasters Locksmiths of Hawaii,
Christopher of Falcon Services.
If you want to get hold of any of our sponsors, just go to teamlally.com.
We also want to give a big thank you to Hans, our producer.
Chee-hoo.
Make sure to tune in next week. We'll have an awesome guest talking about something that'll change your life.
Forever. This is the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the guaranteed
sold program. If we can't sell your home with the agreed upon price and or time frame, we'll have it bought for cash. Thanks and aloha.